Brought these pintos in. They were cooking on the porch all night and they smell absolutely divine. I love beans. If you like beans but you want a nice little flavor to them, you might want to look for this. It's a beans and peas seasoning. Wiley's Eat Your Beans. And it's cholesterol free, fat free, but it has a lot of flavor, a whole lot of flavor. Here's a shot of the back. Now it does have rendered bacon fat in it, which I think really helps the flavor. I mean, it just tastes so good. So it's not vegan, a vegan product if you're looking for something that's totally plant-based, but really good. And as far as like longevity, this should last at least a year in your pantry. They sell these, usually you can find them in the produce section and a little, like on the side, they'll have like a little display of different seasonings and things like that. But I couldn't find these there lately, so I went on Amazon and I found a 6-pack of these, and it's about, I think 16, 17 bucks maybe, something like that for about a 6-pack. To me, it was worth it because this will flavor an entire pot. So anyway, I just wanted to pass that on. Wiley's Eat Your Beans flavoring. I had to add some of the yummy beans to my scramble this morning. I've got a little bit of fat-free feta in there as well. It may not look like a whole lot, but it's very flavorful and I love it. Okay, I've got half of a serving of blueberries on top of my oats. So all of this breakfast comes out to 2.5 servings of fruit and 1.5 servings of veg. All right, what better way to get in more veggies than to have a taco salad at lunch? I'm inverting mine, putting lettuce on the bottom instead of chips. I have 9 of these Kirkland tortilla chips. I think it's like 5 points, 6 points. I think it was 5. And then, so that's going to go on the top. I'm also going to be making a nice guacamole to go with this. And the way that I do that is I stretch it out. So I'll take 1/3 of an avocado and then I add 1/4 cup of non-fat Greek yogurt to that. And that tastes like sour cream to me. So it's kind of like a sour cream guacamole. I'll add a little garlic powder, some salt, a little bit of lime, and that is, oh, so amazing. One thing I learned about myself yesterday was I was gonna make that salad and just have like a basic taco salad, right? And then I thought, I have to ask myself, Kat, can you add some more veggies to this? Can you add another serving of veggies to this? And I thought I didn't want to add more beans. I thought 1/2 cup was just fine for me on beans, but something else. And I remembered buying the yellow sweet peppers. Now, peppers are technically a fruit, but I wanted to add them in. It's fruit and veggie, it's okay. And that would be 1/2 of a pepper. So I cut 1/2 of that up and I put the strips in. Oh, let me tell you, that set it off just great. I think I'm gonna really try to put peppers in my salads from now on. That was amazing. And I was just feeling lazy. I didn't wanna go get it and I didn't wanna cut it and I didn't wanna add it and I didn't wanna eat it. And I thought, you know what, just put all that aside and get the number in, right? Count on getting the number in. So I put it in. Amazing, absolutely amazing, 0 point additive and very sweet and very wonderful. My goodness, look at this glorious salad. It just made me feel like a queen. It was amazing. I'm going to add some 0 points of this salsa here on top, and I might add a tablespoon of this Light and Fit Ranch from Aldi. It is, I think, 2 tablespoons for 3 points. So I'll probably add like 1 tablespoon. Okay, so not that it needs it because it has so much flavor. I am telling you that pepper just adds the right touch, and look at all these beautiful colors. It was so amazing. So for dinner, we are going to have the corned beef, and I am going to make some glazed carrots. So what I'm doing is I am steaming them over some hot water here. I'm going to cover them up and steam them until they're al dente, and then I'm going to lightly saute them in a little butter and brown sugar as a side. So what I'm going to do is just kind of melt 2 tablespoons of butter into a pan, and once that's nice and melted, I'm going to add 1/4 cup of brown sugar, and I'm just going to cook it until the sugar dissolves a bit. And here's the brown sugar. I think I'm going to go ahead and add it right now. Now, this is such a simple way, and yeah, of course, you got to add points for this, but the thing is that once you add the carrots, This just kind of seems to, you know, kind of drip off the carrots and lightly coat the outside, so you're not getting the full brunt of it. I might need to add just a little bit more butter. I don't know if this doesn't melt. I'm going to see if it can melt together. I think it'll be okay. Now, one thing I noticed is that last time I did this, you know, it's whatever you got to do to get the veggies in. It's like you can adjust it eventually, eventually just go less and less with the sugar and the butter if you don't want that. That's fine. But last time I made this, my kids ate like 3 times the amount of carrots than they would have otherwise. So it's definitely worth it to, you know, go ahead, and now it's starting to melt a bit. So I'm gonna let that heat up till it is kind of glazy. Okay, so seriously, this stuff is gonna it's gonna fall right off of the carrots, but it's going to lightly glaze them and just barely kiss the carrots. I think what I normally do is I'm gonna count 1 point for that, and that I think is kind of probably being generous, because you really don't get a lot on it, but just enough to kind of like give it a really nice taste. So this way of cooking carrots really helps because my kids eat it all, and, you know, chewing on the raw ones really kind of hurts my teeth. Now, broccoli, we're going to have steamed broccoli with this, and I kind of cook broccoli a little bit more until the broccoli flavor changes to more of an artichoke heart flavor, and that's the way hubby likes it. And then we ended up having these, we had corned beef and a little bit of sourdough with that at dinner, and a little banana split for dessert. Okay, so instead of going for like a piece of cake or something like that, I thought, you know what, let's get another fruit in, right? Let's get another one in for this evening. And I chose bananas, so I said, you know what, I'm gonna gussy this up and make some small banana splits for the family. Nothing like, you know, the 3 scoops of ice cream and the kind that you get at the store. I had the sugar-free syrup on top. I had the fat-free Cool Whip on top. And let's see, what else? Now I have to use a lactose-free ice cream. So I think 1/2 of a cup, which is 2 small scoops, was going to be like 6 points. And I didn't want to use that many points because I was running out. And so I went with a 1/4 cup. 1 scoop worked out just fine for me. It made me feel still decadent enough. And then the emphasis was on the banana rather than on everything else. So, you know, dressing up the fruits and veggies enough sometimes to just make you feel like you're still living is really important. And so I was participating with my family. We were all having a good time, and nobody felt deprived in any way. So I really am happy with the way that yesterday turned out. Today is Thursday. Let's see what today holds. And yeah, you guys, I hope you're getting your fruits and veggies in out there. Just do the best that you can. I want to encourage you to stay in tune to your body. Sometimes when you increase the fiber, things can get kind of uncomfortable and you might need to pull back. So be aware of how things are, you know, affecting you. Another thing is that when you increase your fiber from fruits and veggies too, you want to make sure that you are getting your water in. Drink as much as possible because your body needs that to help process it into your body so that it's less discomforting. Okay, so anyway, drink your water, eat your fruits and veggies, get them in there. Think of ways to do it today that maybe you normally wouldn't. Maybe if you're making a sandwich, put an extra vegetable in there, put maybe some sliced cucumbers or some sliced crunchy peppers or something like that. Maybe even a ribbon of zucchini or something like that that you normally wouldn't put in there. Put some things in places that are going to up your veggie and fruit content today. Okay, I love you a lot. I'll let you go this time. Bye. Okay, so you can see I got 12.5 servings of fruits and veggies yesterday. Now the reason why there's more fruit is because peppers, tomatoes, and avocados are fruits.